Now, you build pools, you build nice, sexy outdoor living spaces, right? It's very visual. It looks good. Your homeowners love it. But for some reason, when you're creating content, you post shit. And unfortunately, I've seen this way too many times with local businesses, and it almost makes me feel like I'm at like level 400 when I'm trying to talk to them and explain content and strategy and things like that. And I almost need to dumb it down a little bit because like I have a hard time making this connection here. But you put tens of thousands of dollars into a backyard, into materials that look nice, like you build something really nice, and then you post a fucking meme or a video of you dancing or something like that. You like, it just, I don't understand it. I do not understand it. If your business is super visual, right? Your business makes sexy spaces, does a lot of cool stuff. Why aren't you showing that off? Like, you'll see people, or the stuff that you see on social media is like the trends or the dances or the memes and things like that. It doesn't add any value, and it doesn't help you sell more jobs. In my opinion, like, this is my hot take. I see businesses do this stuff, and it does get them reach. I just think it's cringy, and it's hard to do. And so here's what we're gonna talk about. What platform is best for your business? Where should you be posting content? And I literally had lunch with somebody yesterday, and he asked me the same question. So this is a fun thing to talk about. Let's get into it. Let's break down the different platforms. So we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have YouTube, and we'll add LinkedIn, just because that's another big dominating factor. And on these platforms, I'll just start with my hot take. You should post everything you can on every single platform. You've just imagine, like, you go to KFC and you buy dinner. You buy a big dinner for all four of you guys, right? You've spent money on that meal for all four people, but then you decide to only give it to two people and then just have kind of leftovers sitting there. Like, does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. So, and that's what you're doing when you create a video, right? And you create a post and you don't distribute it. Like, you've spent money, you spent your time, you spent your energy to create a post. If that post can live on 4 different platforms and reach 4 different types of audience and reach 4 times more people, you would be silly to just post it on one because, well, I just want this one to be on Instagram. Like, the people who like talk about that kind of strategy, like, you're a fucking business owner, you're not an influencer. So quit, maximize reach, okay? Put the damn thing wherever. Don't waste it. Don't waste the time, don't waste the energy. So that's my hot take. But now let's go a little deeper. Let's dive in on, the different platforms and what you can post there and why you should post there. I just had to get that out of the way because it's been pissing me off. So on Instagram, you can post reels and you can post pictures. Now, with the combination of the two, you can post carousels. How the fuck do you spell carousels? Anyway, these are your options on Instagram. On Facebook, you can also post reels. You can post pictures, but it's kind of called a post. You can post posts, which could be a video, which could be a picture, but it lives in a different area than a reel. Like, a reel goes on the Reels shelf and it gets shown when you're flipping through Reels. A post, if it's a video, also gets turned into a reel, but then it turns into a post on your page. It's real confusing. And then you can post text. Okay, you can't post text on Instagram, but you can on Facebook. And you can turn multiple posts into, not a carousel, but it's kind of just like a collage. But if you post a carousel on Instagram, and you have your accounts linked on Facebook, it's gonna turn into a collage. It's gonna show all of the pictures and videos just kind of spread out a little bit differently. So that's interesting, okay? On TikTok, you can only post, they're called TikToks, but the format is real. Like, the format is short form video, 16:9. And you can also post carousels in a picture on there. So, all right. And if they're multiple, anyway, carousels, okay? Let's just go with that. YouTube, you can post long form, which I guess you can post on kind of on Facebook. You can kind of post on Facebook and kind of on Instagram. However, I don't really recommend it on any of those, but you can. The best thing to do would be a post on Facebook talking about your long form, driving people to that long form, so you're optimizing for views and reach on the YouTube. And on Instagram, like it's kind of the similar thing, maybe post a thumbnail and push people back towards that YouTube video. Natively, they're not going to perform. I think on Instagram, you can do up to 3 minutes. They tried to introduce IGTV like early 2019, 2018. That kind of flopped. You can post longer videos on Instagram. You can post longer videos on TikTok. You can post long videos on Facebook. They haven't figured it out yet. So I would say stick to YouTube. But anyway, and you can post the short form, which for the sake of the example, we've been calling Reels, okay? LinkedIn, you can is very similar to Facebook. So Reels, a post, and then just text. So these are your options here on there. Now this is a lot. And what I want to do, you're like, holy shit, this is overwhelming. What do I post on what platform? Like this just looks stressful. I don't even know if you can read it. But what I want to do is highlight, like this is, as a business owner, you want to optimize yourself. You want to run for efficiency, right? And so sure, you can get really in the weeds on social media, figuring out what to post at what platform, at what time, blah, 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 blah. But if you just dumb it down to like the 80% rule, right? You just dumb it down to that. It's like, what's the thing that I can do that's consistent, that's simple, that's easy, that maximizes my time and energy spent? I'm so glad you asked. If we look on Instagram, we've got Reel here. Facebook, we got Reel. TikTok, we got Reel. YouTube, we got Reel. LinkedIn, we got Reel. So does that mean if you create one Reel, you can post it on all of these platforms? Yes. So instead of like, okay, well, I need a picture to post on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, but then I can't put it on TikTok or YouTube, but then I need a long form video for YouTube, but I can't really put that on Instagram. Like, stop worrying about all that. Stop it. Create a reel and put it everywhere, okay? And it's frustrating that I had to draw this whole like shindig right here for that to make sense. But if you spend the time and energy, this is you, creating this post, you can put it there, 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 and you can put it there. Okay, now doesn't that sound nice? Like when you talk about optimize for efficiency, maximum reach, like all of that, you're creating one piece of content and you're putting it everywhere. And that's kind of how our strategy works. It was on accident. Like right now, videos perform way better than posts. Like that's just how it is. If you look over somebody's shoulder like a jackass and you look at what they're looking at on their phone, 9 times out of 10, it's a video. And that's, and like, I didn't control that. You don't control that. That's just where attention is right now. Now, it's not always going to be that way. It's going to change. It's changed over time, tons of times. Right now, it's video. And so if you are a business owner trying to maximize reach, create the fucking video. Like it's just do it. Okay. Because that's where everyone's attention is. Now in 10 years, maybe that's different. Maybe everyone's listening to stuff. Guess what? Change it. But right now, this is where you got to focus. So the gist of that whole rant is really just to say, you're creating all this content. You should be maximizing the content you create and its reach. And so right now, Reels, short form video, has the highest reach. It has most people watching it. And it's beneficial because you can repurpose that exact same video across multiple different platforms. And so when people say, well, which one should I post on? All of them. Create a video and post it everywhere. Post it everywhere that you can. Like the other thing I just want to add, because some people say, oh, well, isn't it gonna only do good on TikTok or something like that? Like I have a client, okay? We posted one video here on YouTube. And this one video got him monetized. 10,000, just kidding, 10 million views on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Guess what? We also put the video on TikTok. Guess what it did? 1.1 million views. Guess what? We also put the video, oh, now you can't see it, on Instagram. Guess what? 2.4 million views. Guess what? We also put it on Facebook. It didn't do as good on Facebook. Only 800,000 views. Okay, so looking at these numbers that are kind of all over the place, you would say, oh, well shit, YouTube is the best. Yes, but if we didn't post it, like, what is this? This is another 4.5 million views accumulatively of brand awareness from these other platforms. You're right, this video did better on YouTube. Would it be a good idea if we only posted that video on YouTube because it does better on YouTube? No, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense, right? So you create a piece of content, and what I've seen, my experience, if a video does good on one platform, it's gonna do halfway decent on another platform. Like it would blow my mind if somehow the video did 10 million on YouTube and did 200 views on Instagram and did 200 views on Facebook and 400 views on TikTok. Like that just wouldn't make sense because it's a good video. It's something, for some reason, it got people fucking curious and they watched the whole thing and they liked it, okay? Just how it works. Like other clients, couple 100,000 views, outlier for them, does tens of thousands on views on the other tens of thousands of views on the other platforms. So please stop thinking small and thinking, oh no, I don't want to like not put this content anywhere. Create the content, put it everywhere that you can. It's the only way to win. It's the only way to stand out. Like this business that did this right here, they could not afford this kind of reach with Facebook ads. They're under $1 million a year. They could not afford this kind of reach. Like it calculate, oh fuck, I don't have a calculator. 15 million views divided by 1,000 is that 150,000, I think, times 0.03, like that's $800,000 in EMV, or 450,000. Anyway, it's a lot of money that they would have to pay Facebook to show to this many people, right? They can't afford it. And so this is your business's crutch. Like this is your business's advantage right here, is you can reach tons of people. If you do it right and you do it good, you can reach more people that you can't afford to reach, that your competition is paying to reach that many people. Does that make sense? Like who doesn't want to do this? Anyway, so if you are a business that does cool things and you're wondering, where should I put my content? How do I film my content? How do I create my content? That's what we do. We plan it, we film it, we edit it, we post it, we create ads, we run the ads, we get you leads, we get you views, we do all that good stuff. We can't do it for every business. You need to be half decent at what you do. You need to have sexy work and be willing to lean into this system. So there's a button below for a discovery call. You can click that, see if we're a good fit. If we're able to help you, awesome. If not, we'll point you in the right direction. But click that button. I'd love to talk to you. And thanks for watching. There's a ton of free videos like this on the channel. You can learn a lot.